I should have put this. Hold up. I'm sorry. Is that the logo you want to go, or you want to do something else?
It's up to y'all. Let me know what y'all like. When go ahead, do what you do, and then I'll
do. Which one did we have last time? It was the Roddy Pipe. That one. It's
okay.
Nice and it's simple, nice and to the point.
I like it.
There we go. I'm an intro, and then we'll just go.
Well, I'm gonna still put the intro on.
Oh, okay. That's right. We did do that last time. We did. My bad.
All right, niggas ready?
Yeah.
Start hitting niggas with this. I put a nigga out the Zoom like this. I mean, out the StreamYard. I was like,
greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed card of All-Star Wrestling.
Look at that. Welcome back. Peace to y'all. Happy Black History Month. At this point, hopefully you've either watched or listened to the first part of our Delegation Black History Month 2021 series, talking about Black men in pro wrestling. This week, we're talking about the ladies. You know, we got to, especially after, history literally being made at the Royal Rumble, at the end of January, leading us into Black History Month. It only made sense. And we got a interesting mix of people. Myself, Khal, represent Black Rasslin. You already know what the fucking deal is. The homie Fam from Black Rasslin and Where's Buffy's in the spot. And do I know how to put? Yes, to my left, we'll say, Miss Sookoo from the Black Announce Table podcast. How y'all doing? Y'all good?
Good.
I'm on the second day of a 2-day hangover. So,
wildin'.
That's unsavory.
What's in that jar?
On the second day, you just got a little head of dog.
I had a feeling. I'm doing all right. Good conversation with people. I ate something, so I'm hanging in there. Again, this week we want to talk about Black women. Actually, before I say anything, these episodes, the audio is dropping on the Black Announce Table Patreon first. If you're not subscribed to that, stop fucking playing yourself.
$5 for the low right now. You know what I mean? Support.
Super low.
patreon.com/Black Announce Table.
It's a lot of content popping over there. I'm gonna say subscribe now because in the future, things is about to change a little bit. But we'll get into that when we can get into that. That's not the conversation for right now at all. But then you can find the video version of these on the Black Rasslin YouTube that you should already be subscribed to as well. I don't care what anybody says. The audio is fun. The audio is great. Shouts out Spotify. But the real show is on YouTube. We'll be cool. We'll be cool today, Sookoo. I promise you. It won't be.
I'm not making any promises. I'm me.
I'm on a 2-day hangover. Anything can happen.
Facts. That's a good point. But I wanted to start this conversation off similarly to how I started the conversation with the men's. And at Sookoo, wrestling fan for a while.
Yes.
You've been able to grow up with Black women in the squared circle, I think, more than myself and Brother Fam was. But I was wondering, who was the first Black woman that you saw in a pro wrestling ring?
That I saw was Miss Jacqueline.
Yeah. An actual legend. An actual
legend. Yes.
I
feel like it was probably toward the end of her career, or maybe her prime. Even I was really young, because like my dad always watched wrestling, and I was really, really young watching wrestling with him. So yeah. The first.
Because I was thinking, like, when I remember Jacqueline when she was with Kevin Sullivan in WCW, and she was just she was like a swole ass enforcer to this chubby white man.
Did she have shoes?
She had. I think she had like the Doc Martens. She didn't have no shoes on.
She didn't have no shoes, yo.
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't remember. I thought she used to have the lace up the short black Johns.
She used to run to the ring in like tights, like a full length romper from ankle to wrist, and no shoes.
She did have a whole romper on. I do remember that.
Wait, you might be right.
A maroon romper. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
Jacqueline WCW. She didn't wear no shoes. And you're talking when she first debuted. Because she was I feel like she was just a woman in the crowd. And the sad part was they had her fucking with people. Like, even if she wasn't a pro wrestler at the time, she was still beat a motherfucker down. She was too buff. Like, she just had definition. You feel me?
Yeah.
I can't confirm none of these shots.
Yeah, everything is from the waist up.
Yeah, or it's when she's already a wrestler.
Right.
Might have to go to the network, soon to be Peacock, and do some research on those old Nitros, or I guess WCW Saturday nights as well. But you got her at a good time. Again, I think she was more than a valet in WCW, and then she was a wrestler, but she was always hooked up with some hokey shit when I would see her. And I think when she went to WWE, she was a premier performer. She was kind of solidified at that point. Fam, who was the first? I don't know if we'll have the same answer, but who was the first black woman you saw in the wrestling ring?
Actually wrestling.
It
might have been Jacqueline as well. I mean, the only other soul sister I remember back in the day was Sweet Sapphire.
That was going to be my answer, Sweet Sapphire. Like, as she wasn't a wrestler, although I think I remember reading the Wikipedia, she wrestled a bear. She used to wrestle like. She
might have been part bear.
You stupid. Don't say that. Don't say that about Sweet Sapphire. But yeah, I think she was like what do you call
valet?
I can't find the bear shit. I don't know if I'm making that up. Somebody wrestled a bear. I don't know if it's her. But either way, she wasn't a pro wrestler. She was a valet.
Yeah.
She was jamming though, and then they said, do you think, because Vince McMahon and Dusty Rhodes had an eternal beef, do you think he gave her Sweet Sapphire some type of like rib?
Yes.
That's a damn shame.
Yes. All right.
That's a damn shame.
Do you remember any women in professional wrestling that wasn't a worker, that wasn't, I would say, like a 7 or better attractive wise? Like in wrestling, that
no, at that time, no. It was a Miss Elizabeth. It was a woman. What was Tully Blanchard's one? Peaches or whatever, or what? Baby doll. There was always these women who, like, I guess, were genuinely perceived as an attractive woman. And then you had Sweet Sapphire, who, no disrespect, but she looked like she managed a restaurant very well too. That kitchen was popping, but it
was definitely a Waffle House though. It was definitely a Waffle House.
I was gonna say
you want the All-Star? You want the All-Star? You want the coffee and orange juice?
She looked like a hard working black woman. She didn't look
colored, diced. I'm sorry.
Facts. But I think I love that because I remember when we had the conversation with Eve recently, he was saying that the first black guy he remembers in the ring is The Rock, which is like
crazy.
Black people being the champion. Like, we got Ron Simmons for a month or two.
Yo, Ron Simmons, I don't think was the first wrestler I remember, because I was a WWE guy first. So the first black dude I remember, rest in peace, was Butch Reed. The natural breed when he had the headband.
Yeah, see, I no disrespect, but you are like a little older than me. I remember seeing Butch Reed on TV in like watching old episodes of Superstars or something like that. Not when I was tuning in as a shorty or whatever. But I always think that's interesting, and I'm glad that, again, I think people who were younger have been able to grow up, even if it's an Alicia Fox. But you hope that there are, especially little black girls, who are able to see Bianca, who are able to see Sasha and these women be real competitors and not be a sweet Sapphire, who was great at jamming. She got into that ring and she was doing the auntie and everything, but like she had to wrestle Scary Sherry. And Sherry was certified. It was just, I don't know.
Y'all was always a little curious about Sherry Martel's racial makeup because she didn't look straight like white to me.
No, yeah, she looked like she hung around some niggas.
She definitely did. They
put her with some niggas at some point, but she looked like 14, 15. She had the weed, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but
she drove a little Civic. She drove the Civic. Oh, all right. Never mind.
She might with a whole mink on. I think building off of that, I have to ask, as a black woman watching the Royal Rumble, the 2021, being able to see Bianca going at number 3?
Number 3.
You was lit. You was lit, wasn't you? Like you was super lit.
I was, honestly, I mean, I feel like I saw it coming because it was the only thing that made sense in my opinion. So I was just like, all right, like we're actually getting this moment. Like who else is it gonna be? Who else is gonna be? And then last year, her 2020 Royal Rumble, she eliminated 8 women, and she, that was the record. So even though there's only been 4, Royal Rumbles.
Hey, they
right?
They want to make history out of everything. She better get all those accolades. Fuck it. Fuck it. Take them shits.
So, it was very.
How much merch
that happened?
You know how much merch they're gonna sell when she wins at WrestleMania, and the EST and WrestleMania is gonna be big on the Bianca Belair shirts. You know how much bread that's gonna be?
They better have
send
those
me my
ready.
Money. Send me my money.
I want that shirt before Mania though, because it doesn't have to be. You could remix it with like a belt or some shit on it afterward, but give me the WrestleMania with the EST in it now.
And I hope that she gets the chance to design it because she designs most of her gear anyway. So
yeah,
I hope she gets the chance to design that. That'll be fire.
She's funny. She said that she didn't start designing her Rumble gear, which is, it's still crazy to think that, and let me back up. Knowing that Bianca designs her gear is great. I don't want to say I have a problem with it, but I just hate the fact that it still feels like black people in general, but like specifically to black women, like she has to make sure that she's doing it on her own if she wants it to be right. I don't know if I've ever heard of any other women who are designing their gear like that.
The closest is Sasha's husband. You know what I mean?
He's the seam. Is it a seamster? Is that a word?
I think he prefers seamstress.
Don't do that. Don't do that to that man. Don't do that to that man. But yeah, it's she said that she was sewing her gear. She started working on her gear the Saturday before the Rumble and was literally like putting the rhinestones or whatever on the way to the arena that night. I mean, I guess,
she still finds time to perm her husband's hair.
Is she the one? She doing the twist? She making sure that
perming that nigga head on YouTube, and he came out there shaking it. I said, "Oh, all right."
Does she design? Does she style him?
Yes. Yeah, she make his clothes.
Oh.
Yeah, she make that nigga clothes.
Does she?
No, she does. That's his shoot. I'm not the nigga.
He be rocking like velvet pants though. Like
little taping pants. Yeah, she makes them pants and all that. Nigga, she is that.
She's talented, so I mean.
Nigga, she made the whole African Wakanda. This is Black History. Randy Savage robe last year.
No, you're not wrong with the chains on it. Yeah, she said. And
She said, "I am Black History" and all that.
But wait, and I gotta ask.
You think she can't make a pair of pleated slacks?
No, my question is, why she don't hook up Montez Mans? Like she can't tell him, like, look,
please,
those shorts. That's not it.
Yo, that nigga wrestle. He looked like he work in a warehouse. He looked like he work in a warehouse, like overnight.
It with the circus jacket. Nah.
Yeah, I don't know, yo.
Bianca might need to take over that job. Even if it don't cost nothing, just you got with the way Montez be. Even when they're doing their promos, Montez he got a fit on, and his Dawk is he was dressed like King Corbin's guy.
He looked like a softball coach.
He got the black hoodie with the blazer, and then just like some dad jeans.
Yes,
the boot cut Michael Jordan gypsies.
Facts, holding the fucking blue cup. It's weird. It's weird. I guess opposites attract. I don't know what it is, but there's too much.
Yeah, I would like to see them in sync a little bit. Like I would like to see Angelo just looking presentable. Like whoever is dressing Keith Lee doesn't need to dress you, Angelo. You know what I mean?
Oh, Keith, you're not wearing that. You're not wearing that. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Jesus, nah, it's rough.
What you about 38?
God damn. Nah, but yeah, I think and I guess as of right now, Bianca still hasn't decided who her WrestleMania opponent's gonna be. I mean, she didn't show up on Raw at all. Edge has been everywhere. Yeah. He even went to NXT, talking to Finn Balor. Bianca went to SmackDown, and Sasha said, "Oh, you trying to rock?" And Bianca said, "Chill." But I can't imagine if we were going to see Bianca going, she would have already had to have a face off with Asuka, and I don't know how that's going to work.
I don't know, but I the one thing though with Asuka is Asuka's the most likely to take a pin of all the champions that are current now, of all the people eligible. But I don't know if we're all the way limited to just Asuka and Sasha, because we got that pay-per-view in the middle. But hopefully, see, the thing is, and this is I guess the problem with the Bianca Sasha match is I don't know if I want Sasha to take another loss at WrestleMania. That's kind of where it gets muddy. And even when we were sitting watching the Rumble, you saw Bianca and Naomi, and the whole time they, black on black. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They had the little unity where they was holding hands and did the backward sit-ups, to get back in the ring. But I don't know, man.
It felt weird. It felt weird to see the two of them. I mean, and Naomi probably, if Bianca lasted the longest, I think Naomi's like second or third. She'd been in that match for him. She entered at number 2. She was in there for a minute. But yeah, most of that match, while all the other dumb shit was going on, was Bianca and Naomi. But Bianca, I think it could be a couple of things. It could have been Naomi saying, "Look, you're the future. Let me try and do my part to make sure that you get some moments." It could have just been, like I don't want to say a passing of the torch, because Naomi isn't done at all. But I think maybe she just felt like she wanted to make her look good. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm not going to front like that didn't look weird.
Yo, let me take back my answer from earlier. The first black woman wrestling I saw was Big Bad Mama on Glow.
Big Bad Mama. That was a thing. Sookoo, have you ever watched Glow? Not the TV show, but Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Nah, she wasn't alive then. She wasn't around yet.
And they don't really have. I don't even know if you could. I don't know where somebody has a tape where you could stream.
You don't want to watch that.
It was not good. It was not. If you think the acting on Raw is bad, this was like late 80s bad, and they knew it. They knew it was bad. They did it on purpose. Like the show Glow on Netflix. It's not a autobiography or anything like that from the people who actually did it. It is a fictionalized thing, but it feels like how Glow was back in the day. It was very very stereotypical.
Okay.
And Big Bad Mama as a black woman was really somebody's mama in there. Did she have a rolling pin? She might have been swinging a frying pan or something. Something was going on.
Oh boy.
Big Bad Mama felt like she just came out the kitchen.
Yeah. It was. She was definitely. There's an actual biography on Glow that I think debuted on Netflix a few years ago, and Big Bad Mama was still on there. Yo, some of those young ladies. I mean, it was Vegas back in the day. It was, man, it's hard living, man, for professional wrestlers, and they in bad shape, man. However bad they treat the men, they treat the women worse.
Facts. Which again, I think is why it's great. I always love hearing stories. It was last year's Royal Rumble. I saw a tweet, and the person was like, they had it on the TV, and it was Naomi, and Naomi was rocking a natural, and that shit was huge.
That was Rumble.
Yeah, in 2020, and it was somebody's daughter was like, "Yo, who is that?" You know, she looks like me. I want to watch more of this because I get to see myself. And I don't know what to credit that to though, because it's not like I don't know how many black people are on like a WWE creative staff in general. Specifically, I don't know how many black women have ever been in any of those roles.
I think a lot of that just might be them being like, well, we don't have much for you, so go ahead and do your thing. Do whatever you want to do. And I think she just was doing her. I don't know if it was booked to where she was like, you know, oh, I'm doing the natural hair and I'm doing whatever. They just came in like, all right, man, get your spot and get your stuff in, man. And if you can bring something out, bring something out. But other than that, I don't know.
It's weird. And again, maybe part of it too is because when you watched Bianca's Chronicle, I think all the WWE knew was she's strong, and Mark Henry says she's got it, that mysterious it, and they don't know nigga shit. They don't know. They can't write for black people, not in a way that is going to sound natural. So they probably feel as long as she can do the moves and she can understand the why she might need to be pinned right now or why she might not be on TV right now. Shit, they're saving money on her costuming. I'm also going to assume that, I don't know if I don't know. I've never been a makeup person. I don't know if it's a situation where she's probably doing that on her own as well, or if the glam squad or whatever the women are, if they are doing her makeup. But
so that's a great question though, for Sookoo, because I seen you, all on online. Like, what is there a difference? I mean, do you have friends that are the white?
Not really. I don't really have that many.
Because my question is because I know it's a full on thing with the makeup. In all honesty, all I know about makeup, I thought you put a little lipstick on and then You know what I mean? And then they got the little poof, and you poof your face, and then go ahead and walk down the street. I didn't know.
It used to be so simple, but not anymore. Now we have to contour and highlight and bake and this and that. It's a lot.
Bake.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Baking is a thing.
I heard that term just yesterday was bake. I don't know what it means, but it's a thing now.
I thought it had something to do with reefer.
Powder under your eyes and other like areas of your face that you just kind of want to stand out.
I wonder does the Glam Squad have like did Savage Fenty beauty products make it easier for them to work on black women's faces? I wonder.
Scott, gave niggas more shades.
So Fenty Beauty was actually kind of like revolutionary, honestly, because so many brands do not carry or cater to darker tones forever. Like
they don't make nigga shades.
No. And if they do, it's like 2. And if you're not one of the 2, then buy 5 of these foundations and get to mixing. And that's what a lot of women would do.
That's why like girls that don't know how to do their makeup, face be one color and neck be another.
Exactly. Exactly.
They shot a homegirl from the job.
Blend it down too.
What if your coworker randomly watches your shit on the low?
Yeah.
Then
that's what's up. I feel you on that. But yeah, I always wonder, for somebody like Bianca, because we'll get to Sasha in a minute. I don't want to say Sasha isn't self-made, but Bianca steps in the clothes that she made. Mm-hmm. I'm going to assume she takes care of her hair. I don't know about the makeup, but that's a lot of hair. That's a lot of hair.
I'm pretty sure like hair and makeup though in general, like women of color tend to do it themselves because a lot of them, it's not even that they can't, that it's not out there, that the talent isn't out there. There are a million, because we are all on Instagram. So we know there are a million makeup artists that are Black women that are extremely talented, but you want to, hire this same Audrey that you've been working with for the past 50 years. You know what I mean? And she doesn't know anything. And
Audrey was a good old lady white name.
Audrey sound like she got the part of her neck down here. It looked like the turkey gizzard.
Yes.
Come here, dearie. Let me get you. All right.
She beat a face though. Audrey been beating faces for years. You WrestleMania ready? You trying to talk to Audrey? I don't know. But I assume that though, because I remember I feel like it was like maybe 3-4 years ago, in the midst of specifically women in Hollywood talking about how there's a lot of mistreatment for roles. There was a conversation about styling for Black women, and to the point where a lot of Black actresses have just said, fuck it. They're not going to give me the right wigs. They're not going to be able to do, the work that I need to be done so I can look like a regular Black person in this role. So they've had to eat like it. Their counterparts wouldn't have to do it, but they essentially have to eat part of their paycheck because they have to take care of making themselves look presentable.
Right. It's not like you're being compensated for, coming out of your own pocket to get all these products because it's expensive.
Word.
It is so expensive.
Word. Especially if you're only going to be on TV for 7 minutes. But
yeah.
Now Sasha, she's got her man is doing her clothing.
Yeah.
Sasha's so good in the ring that it's weird to me to like the conversation is never about her wrestling. And I see men and women critiquing her fits.
I've been liking her outfits though lately.
She's been better. Better.
Her like promo fits when she's like out here trying to, cause she didn't realize her, some of her shortcomings and where her, she got to accentuate different things. Don't wear that because you ain't really back at. So sweetheart, chill out. But not. She realized, okay, she's slim girl. She got a nice little, so you got put your belly out. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean.
You got to
accentuate the right things. Just you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, you in bed. Look, your girlfriend got a bigger. I mean, anyway, go ahead. Talk what we talking about. Shout out to Pam.
Fucking stupid. Nah, but
Ham with the ham. I'm sorry.
I shouts out to Bailey though. Actually, I don't want to say I feel bad that Bianca's in the spot, but now it's like the Bianca Bailey shit that I was digging because I rock with the both of them and that I like their characters going against each other. It feels like they already moved on. Bailey's talking about the Riot Squad and Bianca's beating a black man in the ring with her pony. How much hair is that? That's a lot of hair.
Do you think that rides? How do they transport that and it not get nappy? Like, do they like wrap it up? You know how they got the bag for the belt? Do they got a bag for the ponytail? And they like, don't forget, put it in the back of the Escalade.
She might. I could just see her honestly doing it, each time, like, unraveling it, just using
with a new. That's like a brick of hair.
What it is? It's a lot of hair, but she knows how to do it. She knows how to do it. She
got like a brick. It's like a brick of cocaine worth of hair. Like,
I mean,
that's got to be like $2,500 worth.
Yeah, because it's like how many inches of hair? Like that's like 20 inches of hair.
That shit is like down to her calf sometimes. It feels like anyway.
Less longer because 24 inches is usually like.
It's only 2 feet. That's only 2 feet. She got 3-4 feet. That's 3-4 feet of hair.
And she's 5'7".
So she got 4 feet of hair in her head.
Yeah.
That's 4 feet.
Just about. Yeah, just about.
All I know is that her head and neck is very strong because
I was gonna ask, yeah.
Shout out to my nigga Montez.
That shit's got again.
I don't even talk with him. I don't even know how you do it with math because math is just
look again.
Fire.
Sookoo, it's been 4 years. I've just been trying to figure it out. But
once you learn, you just got to keep going. It'd be all right.
That's the thing. Because no sell. No, but she is a power lifter she is a strong individual. 4 feet of hair, roughly, dragging. Like she's got to be cognizant of like when she's on the ground, not rolling on. Like there's a lot.
It's a lot.
Nigga, who did she throw over them boxes?
Remember? I forget.
Because that's the thing. Like all jokes aside, her offense
was Dana Brooke.
Yeah. Yo, her offense is so realistic. It really looked like, you know what I mean? She beat. Remember how like you get the big barrel chested, like just bruiser wrestler that just comes in. He's laying her forearms on niggas. That's how she fights. Yeah. She fight like she's really trying to beat a nigga up, not put on a show.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy. No, it's she had to lift Otis.
She had to pick up a whole Minnesota Viking last week.
Facts. Facts.
He liked that too. He said, oh yeah.
Of course. Eve's horny ass immediately was like, if you could do this, hop in my DM.
Shouts out to E for battling back from the Rona. I'm glad that we're able to make these jokes and talk about this man.
I know.
Shit. But we did a whole Rona PSA on the first episode. I just remembered that. That's crazy. But no, thinking about that stuff always makes me remember that even in the world of pro wrestling, like you could be a character and get over, but the black woman's gotta do her own shit. She's gotta lift her own hair as well as lifting up everybody else. Yeah. And to finally be able to be in a shot of contention.
Yo, but do you remember Shaniqua? The black joint that was on Tough Enough. No. She might have won. Mm-hmm. She was tall, slim, had like a 6-pack, and
Shaniqua.
I'm pretty sure her name was Shaniqua. I hate to sound racist
I hope
because
her
I
name
am.
is Shaniqua. Linda
But
Miles? Yeah, Shaniqua.
Okay.
She
was like a tall brown skin. And that was the thing for me is she won. And not only was she was like a brown, like a darker brown woman.
she's a darker
And
woman.
and it was dope because it was like, okay, that's not who we see in wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
There's an asterisk though, because she was a co-winner of that season with someone named Jackie Gata. Who is Jackie? I don't know.
They were both Jackie actually lasted longer than Jackie Gator lasted longer than Shaniqua because I don't think Shaniqua was good on the mic.
Oh, she was Jackie Haas at one point. I have no recollection. She even went to TNA. I don't know who this woman is, but Shaniqua played ball.
Mm-hmm. She looked like it.
She was at the she was 6 foot. She's billed as being 6 foot, but even the images, she definitely looks like a tall woman. She's standing, head and shoulders with some of these guys that she's in images with. But she was only in there for like a hot cup of coffee. She might have did 2 years.
But I remember her because she won Tough Enough.
Right.
And she's probably one of the more forgotten sisters, in pro wrestling that nobody talked. No, but you know what I mean? You ain't even remember Shorty, but there was some, and it's one of the things that we often talk about, right? Is that because of our history in this country, genetics are on our side a great deal of the time with athletics.
Right.
So when you get a young lady, that played ball and is used to being regimented with her health and with, with training and whatnot, you can, despite what pro wrestling is, a lot of times you can overcome what their expectations are because you can out-athlete them niggas off break.
Right. Right. Well, you should. The thing is, but then, and that leads to like my main point with especially a lot of black folks that we've seen, that the Jacquelines, the Jazzes, things like that. Like we talk a lot about superior athletes, and I think that's the thing. It's even if there's an alternate universe where Bianca isn't winning the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? Still,
3 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Still superior to a lot of the women in the division. Just the other day, Dave Meltzer was talking about there was someone who was a better all-around athlete than Bianca. And his man was like, who the fuck is you talking about? And he mentioned some random collegiate woman who never been on TV. You don't really, you don't know their name if he mentioned it. It's like, why do you have to be that technical when we can see what this woman is doing on TV on a regular basis and see that it's head above a lot of the women in the division?
It's because she's a Negro woman. She's a Negro woman, and he don't want her on top because he is afraid.
He's always had something negative to say when her name comes up. Either she wasn't as good of enough of a wrestler, or now she's not as much of an athlete as other. And again,
shout out Sam Roberts.
It's not even that Bianca's not better than all the other women. There's men who are not on her level that are signed to the main roster.
Athletic wise, she's probably the best athlete, the best pure athlete in pro wrestling. Maybe a year ago, they had, remember he said he wasn't going to touch that till maybe next time. I see you.
My man, taste. Just a little taste. Just a little taste.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little taste every now and then. So when they had a combine type deal on the network, right? Mm-hmm. Just NXT folks. Mm-hmm. And you saw her times were like the winners of said combine were them. It was Bianca and Montez Ford. They were the clear best athletes down there. And I'm talking about they were running ropes. They were doing like rows on the machine. She was winning every single thing. And, of course, they would have different benchmarks for men and women. She was beating all the niggas. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, she is the best, not man, not woman. You know what I mean? She is the best pure athlete on the entire roster. Meltzer, if You got something to say different? The Hanover exit off 295, nigga. Come holler at me. DM me for the address.
Yeah. And honestly, that's like the saddest part when it comes to it with just Black talent, period. Like there's no room for mediocrity. Like you have to be the best out of everyone. Like
no facts.
Children, he's the best, you know? So it's like, but it's terrible. Like why? Why do we have to be the best? Like what we're bringing to the table is always enough. It's always creative. It's always, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Nah, I feel you.
Stick, looking around with people like Laura Sullivan who just got released. Like, he should have been gone.
Facts.
Then it was a whole secret.
He shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have even gotten signed.
He didn't wear knee pads, yo, and he had a lisp.
And after everything happened with him, he still kind of got a little bit of a push. And I'm like, why do you even deserve this?
If he wasn't having anxiety over all of this and being on TV, he would have already been. Who knows?
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome.
That's my bad. This is my bad.
Your Honor. Somebody is.
My arm hit the jump. That's my bad.
That's that 2-day hangover. I love it.
No longer hangover. I'm.
That's it. It's
Weirdo.
Furred. Yeah, he definitely furred. That's that Severn shit talking. So are we gonna have, if the match at Mania is SmackDown Championship, Bianca and Sasha, are we have to all have a party? Like, do we have to? Are we getting like matching decorations? Like, are we gonna? What's the meal that we all need to prepare to eat?
It has to be a theme. It has to be like, the boss versus the EST. You gotta have, I don't know.
Is it like
chicken?
But it's like you gotta have fried chicken
and fried fish and some greens. Greens.
You need greens.
Yes.
Kind of like that bullshit I'm about to eat after we finish here. You go right to the soul food spot.
Fried chicken, like fried catfish, maybe.
Oh, you need fried catfish.
Or
whiting. Don't sleep on fried whiting.
Oh, the whiting the whiting is I'm gonna go with the whiting. It's less fishy than the catfish.
You spend $5, you got a little pound, you fry them little bitches up.
Facts. Shouts out to I think there's a Chinese spot down the road from me where that's my main spot. China Boys. Shouts out to China Boys. It sounds crazy, but
China Boys definitely sound like they got
it's the best.
Cocaine out the back.
The China Boys is closer to my house than the Panda Express near me, and I will always go to the China Boys spot. But next door they have a spot it's a soul food spot, and I think the same people that own China Boys owns the soul food spot, but that fried fish be hitting. I can't front. I might need to get a little styrofoam container from them and a piece of pie. I don't know where to get.
Do they put it on top of the white bread to soak up the?
Do they have white bread? I think you can get it with white bread.
Oh no, you put that in the. You got to put that. I don't think
they put it on. I don't think they put the food on top though.
All right, so in Baltimore they got what's called a chicken box. I mean, got the white bread on the bottom. You put the chicken, salt, pepper, ketchup on top of the chicken. It's in this red and white checkered box. My nigga, you get you a chicken box on the Alexa Market, get right. I mean, the food, they cleanliness is questionable, completely questionable.
That's the bulletproof glass.
Is amazing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna because that's how they did it when I was in Chicago. That's how they did it at Harold's. They would have the piece of white bread and the chicken and the fries, and then they would put the sauce on it, the mild sauce. And again, that's not. I don't know if that's I don't want to say it's a regional thing because I mean it happens in a number of different places, but I don't think it's at least a Jersey thing or a Northeast thing. Yeah. The chicken spot. Now I think about it, all the chicken spots near me is either Asian or like I'm not like a Spanish dude, like maybe like Indian people. I don't know. Way off topic. But so it sounds like the Sasha Bianca Mania meal. You got to have some greens, fried chicken, fried whiting or fried catfish, some red Kool-Aid. Is it red or is it a sweet tea?
Ooh, you can't go wrong with tea.
I need math. If you watching, I'm gonna need you to get somebody to do a menu. The official delegation menu.
Black Rasslin Mania.
I hate this soda. Oh my god. We could have had like just like a whole little,
Oh shoot.
That would have been so lit.
I'm definitely still having it. Oh my god.
A little one, yeah.
Well, this is a question that this is a conversation that comes up a lot, and I don't know where Sookoo stands. And I can understand why, because I know Sookoo is also not in the Discord like that. And I know it's not because you don't rock with the Discord, but I feel like we have to protect the women that we rock with in this thing, because there are a bunch of creepy niggas in these spaces. So I like what you about to say?
Creepy, they just real nasty. Like
it's some.
I'm sorry.
All right. The conversation that goes on in some of these Zooms. I'm not going to name names or mention certain specifics, but I would not. I would be like Sookoo earmuffs. I don't want to say that, but it's like you don't need to be around this level of insanity. But it makes me.
I say, come on into the Zoom.
Don't do it.
But I like chaos. Me personally, I like the chaos. So
I would feel like somebody father, like, hey, shut the fuck up. But like we always talk about this Pod Nation brunch.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have to get you like a section? Like, are people gonna need to get a rope to come and be, or are you down with being that close to some of?
I'm gonna be in there. First of all, I'm probably gonna be maybe the littest person there.
I'm with that. I respect that.
Usually,
this motherfucker right here is
first, and then I might be second or third.
I'm with it.
I'll be there. I'll be
okay.
But yeah, no. I really want us to have like a videographer there so that they can. We're not like vlogging it, but
when I give my Kevin Hart speech. When I give my speech like Kevin Hart, hey, listen, man, as far as, niggas that came from, upbringings, so on and so forth, as we proceed as men and women in this space, you know what I mean? In this space, we are all going to win because the rain is going to come forth. I'd be like, yo, shut up, Kevin Hart. Like, nigga, shut up. Shut up, fam. Just shut up. You drunk.
I'll be that person. I don't want to say shit. People gonna look to me to say something. I don't want to say a goddamn thing. That's good to know, though. That's good to know, because I want us all to be in the mix, but I also know that if there's a spot where all of this black insanity is going to be housed, and people know about it. There's going to be a lot of questionable people running through that function for a bit, and I just want us all to be safe is all it is. I want to make sure we're good.
Yeah, we'll be good.
Or at the very least, there's enough of us so if some shit goes down,
we're good.
We'll be good.
I look.
Just plead the blood of Jesus real quick, and we're good.
We'll make sure we put the whole. We'll bless the room before people start coming through.
Do some sage.
Something. We spoke a lot about WWE, and there are black women in some of these other divisions. I don't want to be here all day talking about some of these other spots, but is it fair to say that the black women in like an AEW, for example, is it fair to say that they're being underrepresented or underappreciated, both on television and in terms of booking and everything? I mean, and she has an executive seat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To answer that, I'll ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
What is Big Swole's character?
Black woman. I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know know that.
Exactly.
AEW. I know who Jade Cargill is, and she's a baddie. And
Yeah.
I'm here for that. And I like. I saw her checking the girl that we should not talk about because I don't want to be upset.
I feel you.
But
I feel you.
yeah. So I guess
there isn't a character. She doesn't have.
she doesn't.
There isn't, and that's the thing, man. They aren't doing
Terrible.
Anything.
They have black women there. They have black talent there.
And then you have black talent doing things that they can actually pull off, like the whole gimmick that girl was trying to do. You know, she could have. I'm sure if they would have given it to black talent, it just would have been received better, and probably it wouldn't look like, you know, like she's copying so much. Like it wouldn't look like they're biting my whole shit. Like
right.
Could have put a twist on it, someone else, but no, they chose her, and I don't know.
Trash. Big trash.
Yeah, I mean they threw Jade Cargill to the wolves. She's never done a promo on TV.
That is terrible.
And then the first thing
we want to see her.
Yeah, that's the thing, is you bring her out and the first thing you do is have her talk. She's in amazing shape. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, her bag isn't talking, and you don't have her come out and introduce a feud.
Right. With Shaq of all people. Like there's a lot on her shoulders to be going out there for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They could have done her like we were speaking about Jacqueline at the top of the show. I mean, they could have done her like that, where she just came out and she just started beating somebody up. It worked for China. They like biting everything else.
I personally love that. That's why I love Nia Jax so much. She's about the violence. She's like, I'm gonna beat bitches up. Like, that's it.
Word.
If you like it, get out of my way. Like, or I'm gonna beat you up.
Well, stuff like that, it's necessary. I think, just like in real life, women aren't one thing. There are tough women in life. There are, shy women. There's calm women. There's women that get a little loud. Mm-hmm. We should be able to see that through all shades. All shades.
Representation. You have to represent how people actually are. So.
Word. And I hate that the company that prides themselves that they open the door saying we're the most diverse.
Yeah.
And again, they have a black woman who I know she's pregnant, and I know that she might not have as much say, or might not even be around because of the pregnancy and everything, or the COVID. There's a lot of factors as to why she might not be as vocal on a creative side, but I don't think you can be the diversity company and then not be diverse, or not have some diversity plan. Again, especially when you have Swole is a more lit character on Twitter than she is on TV.
That's sad, and I would never know that. Like, anyone could tell me, like, yo, you should be turning up. And I'm like, oh, word? Like, I do see her on Twitter, and she seems funny as hell, and this and that.
Spicy, too. Spicy.
Yes. She's married or with Cedric Alexander?
Married.
Married.
Yo, can you imagine her in the Hurt Business with them niggas?
Fire. Book it.
Hey, go on, leave them niggas down that long, man. Go ahead.
Fam, you keep giving
some real money.
You've given away like 2 or 3 very, very solid ideas in the time we've been talking right now. You gotta write them shits down, and then
we've had this conversation. I'm gonna have a million ideas every conversation.
He's an idea factory. We just need the chicken. That's why you need to support the Patreon. That's why you need to subscribe to the pods, so we can keep giving you this content. And hopefully, who knows? I'm gonna take a quick pause for the cause, and it is black, because on Fighting Evolution Wrestling on the 12th and 13th of February are going to be throwing Say It Loud, all black everything. It's a 2-day event that is going to be, they did mention that it is following COVID protocols, social distancing, all that. They just announced that Jazz is going to be there. It looks like she's in a referee capacity, but they got a whole flyer. Somebody cut the check. Shouts out to them for bringing a real boss out there. They got Renee Michelle, still doesn't have a person that she's wrestling right now, but I think the main event is going to be JTG and Too Cold Scorpio, among another different things. FEW_survive on Instagram for details. Copping tickets. This is going to be in Jacksonville, Florida. So hopefully, if you're in the Jacksonville, Florida area and know how to be socially distant and COVID safe,
anti-masker.
I don't want this to be no super spreader event. We don't need no Chris Jericho.
Open back up already. Damn.
Nigga, I don't know what it is, but this week I feel like I've seen at least like 15 to 20 of my friends feeling free to move about the country. I'm like, oh man.
It's not how it
niggas.
works.
A lot of people going on vacations too. I'm like,
We were thinking about it. We were thinking about going on vacation. We had plans for August, and just last week we're like, you know what? We might need to chill. We might need to stay home because this shit ain't getting no better. And like we were saying, we want to be at the Mania. I wish we could get in to see a Bianca and Sasha. I don't normally leave the house. I would go to Mania to see that.
Absolutely. That's a moment.
Huge moment. Huge.
I want it to be a triple threat with Bailey, but
now I like that. I like that.
See it, but I think, like you said, it seems like Bailey's doing something else. So.
Yes, and if they're going to do a triple threat, and this is where I get frustrated, like if it's not going to be with the Bailey or somebody who can really elevate an already historic situation,
not Carmella.
Yeah, I don't need a Carmella. Fam doesn't want a Charlotte Flair. I wouldn't be surprised if because they tease so much of the Rhea Ripley stuff, and she was very dominant throughout the Rumble match as well. But I don't. If you're not going to see them,
I'd like to see them run back that triple threat that was supposed to happen last year with Charlotte and Rhea. I think that would be dope for Fastlane.
Well, for Charlotte, I really do, and I think that they are setting up to do her and Asuka, their rematch, and I really hope that they give it to Asuka because last time she ate that one for nothing, like they ruined her streak for nothing. So
stupid shit.
So that she has to redeem herself,
and she's still been able to.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do that.
What? I guess.
What?
I think they went because they
Charlotte must raise her hand.
They love Charlotte. They love Charlotte too much. That's why I don't want Charlotte. I'm glad Charlotte didn't win the Rumble. I don't want Charlotte, Sasha, and Bianca because I already know what that's going to be.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be a banger though. Like let's be honest, it's going to be a banger. But there's just new talent and there's just new things that we didn't see. So it's like you don't know because you're just you don't want to branch out. You don't want to open your mind.
Facts. They always think that and it's no disrespect to Charlotte. I mean, she can't help. She can't help who.
I mean to disrespect Charlotte at every opportunity.
This man don't rock with Charlotte at all.
Charlotte is the greatest women's wrestling champion ever.
I hate it had to be her. Right?
This man is insane. This man is insane. I mean, because I think the
Damn, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Triple down.
I
changed my thing to a Charlotte Flair stan account.
Damn.
I gotta figure out how Twitter works so I can block people.
I just don't want to.
I block people all the time.
See. I can't. I want Mania to be the piece of Black history that it can be, and I think it probably just makes sense to keep it Sasha and Bianca. I don't want to say I don't care who wins, but I'm glad that it would be. I hope that it would be Sasha, because I think at the very least Sasha's gonna, just like Sasha's been able to do for Ronda Rousey and some of these other women who may not have been on her level, and she's still been able to say, you know what, she had fucking Reginald in the ring looking like half a wrestler, not too long ago. Like, she can pull out a great match, and I think she might be the best person to really put Bianca on that pedestal at the very least, just to show that this woman is the future. And her day may not be this Mania, but it will be very soon.
Yes. I actually agree with that so much. Like, I don't want them to do that to Sasha. I feel like she almost is known for losing the title, every 30 days or every 2 months, or whatever. Like, she just can't hold the title.
Right.
And I don't like that. Like, I feel like Sasha's contributed so much. She's done so much. I mean, for 2020, she was one of the main superstars that, really carried the company on her back. It wasn't just Roman Reigns. It was her. It was Bayley. It was, it was a select few people, but they really did that. And I feel like Sasha, it's time for her to, she can make Bianca look good, and Bianca is getting her shine and all of that. But there's nothing wrong with Bianca, or them having the setup to go to SummerSlam and then get her payoff. You know what I mean? So I hope that they don't do that to Sasha either. But we'll see.
We'll see.
I won't be mad.
Facts. I think I'm satisfied if we get to say that one of the women's main events at Mania was the two premier Black women in the division being able to vie for a title. That's all I need. That's really all I need. We don't ask for much, Vince. We certainly don't ask for Hulk Hogan being on TV.
Jeez.
Just give me just
Look
give me
a
couple of dope Black women doing their damn thing. I didn't want this to be the Bianca show, but I feel like it became the Bianca show.
It's
but
it's that time, man.
She is deserving of it being that time. I thank the two of you for having this Black History Month conversation. We'll have some others. I already know that the next one's going to be a tag team conversation, and I won't be surprised if that might be the Butch Reed show. Who knows? There has been more progression with Black tag teams, at least for men, than there has been for Black women. So there will be some interesting conversations to have there. Before we get out of here, Sookoo fam, if y'all could shout out your socials, let the people know where they could find y'all on a regular basis. Sookoo, please.
Yeah.
Go first.
So first and foremost, I would like you guys can follow the Black Announce Table on Instagram. That's spelled out Black Announce Table. Twitter, it's Black ANNC Table. We have a Patreon. We need you to subscribe. We need money. We're broke. It's a family. So please, it's only $5. It's a lot of content. You won't regret it. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Miss Sookoo.
Word. This man.
At Wiz Buffy on your social media of choice. At Black Rasslin on your social media of choice. IllFam79 on your social media of choice, aka the Aunt Addison of podcasting. Captain Brew Albano. Brew Diamond Phillips, Sticky the Dragon Steamboat, PodChamp, Pod God's favorite podcast, the Cactus Jack, the Hennessy Volunteer. IllFam79 on all social media. Holla at me. I'm gonna be real disrespectful though.
One of these days, I'm gonna have a sheet of paper or something. I'm gonna have my AKAs on that bitch, and y'all gonna be like, "What the hell? What the hell?" But I'm at Khal on Twitter. We'll see. It'll be a special, like maybe for the Pod Nation brunch. I'll work on a little spiel for the people. Anyway,
have people announce, like the olden days, like when you have the announcers when they announce your presence.
Sookoo, you got it. You got an idea. You got an idea there. We gonna stick a pin in that, 'cause I think that would be an interesting addition.
Bridgerton, sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. We need that. We need that energy. But yeah, at Khal on Twitter, at Black Rasslin on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. BlackRasslin.com is the website. But really, I need y'all to do two things. I need y'all to follow Black Rasslin Podcast on YouTube and follow the Instagram. We have merch, and I don't want people to hit me in a month or two like, yo, y'all got it. No, we don't have any of them left at that point. There's a window, and when that window closes, unless Matt figures something out, that's it. So make sure you're following the Instagram, because the Instagram will let you know when anything and everything is going to be dropping. We usually announce all the new word there first. And the YouTube. Let's get the YouTube numbers up, because again, like the Patreon that Black Announce Table has, we're trying to do something. We're trying to build something, and we need y'all support. We appreciate y'all listening. Appreciate y'all copping the merch. Shouts out to Greg. Shouts out to the rest of the delegation. We will catch y'all next week for another Delegation Black History Month conversation, and there might be something special at the end of the month. We'll let y'all know.
Hey man, shout out Eve, shout out Cody, shout out Greg, shout out Math.
Facts. Peace.
And Davis.